again, football fans. Welcome to week 3 of the football playoffs. I'm Aaron Schoonmaker alongside prep writer Powell Latimer. We're moving right along here. We're another week closer to the championship games. We will be going to those should our teams make it that far, and we're sure hoping they are. One team we know that will not be making it, that's out of the 3A, South Brunswick. Some unfortunate events happened coming out of that Friday night game. Powell's been covering it all week. Powell, give us the latest on that one.
Well, South Brunswick, they had 3 players ejected in their 42-14 win against Southern Wayne. And the rules state, pretty clear cut here, if you get 3 players ejected in a single game, you're done. So South Brunswick has been disqualified from the playoffs. The first team, since this rule has been enacted almost a decade ago, to get ejected from the playoffs. 5 other teams have been declared ineligible for the playoffs this year after fighting incidents, but South Brunswick is the first one to get kicked out in the middle of the playoffs. And, you know, that bracket looked pretty favorable for them until then. You know, Chris Rayner, their athletic director, has said, you know, we're going to take our punishment. They're not happy about it, but what can you do? They're also going to face a $1,000 fine for players clearing off the bench. Another really clear-cut rule that's an emphasis in the coaching clinics in the preseason in the summer. Kind of just a bonehead move from South Brunswick, and it's unfortunate that a good season got cut short and by just such an unfortunate set of circumstances.
Absolutely. As they would have been facing Havelock, that game will not happen. Havelock will now actually move on. And hearing some statements from the Havelock coach, they actually really wanted to play this game. It's kind of unfortunate, but obviously you'll take the advance. Let's jump in right now to some of the picks for the week. As always, there's going to be 8 picks that we're going to put for you on the website that you can take your stab at. We're going to give you the 4 local ones, kind of our take on it, some in-depth of it. The 4 that we will not be giving you this week, Hopton at Lakewood. That's actually a Week 10 matchup that Hopton won at Lakewood 25-20. That pick will be on the website, as will Plymouth and Manteo. That's also a rematch. Plymouth has outscoring their opponent 601 to 169 on the year. Their only loss is to Manteo at home, 20-14. See if they can exact something there. Panther Creek at 71st in the Class 4 AA, and also Butler at Richmond County. You can see our picks for those games on the website. Right now, let's talk a little bit about some of the games that we have around the area. Starting in the 2A, East Bladen at Carborough, 2 10-3 teams here, and it should be a pretty good game.
This actually should be a really good game. I'm excited about this game. I wish, I'm not going to this one, but I really wish I was, because East Bladen pulled off that huge upset last weekend at South Columbus. That's a big win for them. Very good year. And also Carborough, a team that has only had a football team since 2007. Their coach, phenomenal guy. I used to work up there, covered them. The fact that they've come this far and have a 10-3 season now, that's going to be a throwdown. You know, and they're also averaging 52 points in the playoffs. East Bladen's got a pretty stellar defense. Nice little matchup, as you know, the cliche is something's got to give. Yeah,
what I see here, Carborough's given up 41, 33, and 28 in their last 3 games. Saquon Jackson, A.J. McCoy, Antonio Murchison for East Bladen. Real quick offense right there. And they only gave up 12 points to South Columbus last week. So let's see how that win matches together and pieces up. We'll stay in the 2A, Tarboro at East Duplin. And this one, we could see a lot of points here.
Yes, we could. Tarboro has been dominant all year. I mean, they're undefeated 13-0. East Duplin's 12-1. These are 2 very good teams with, like you said, very, very good offenses. Watch out for the fireworks.
Absolutely. Both teams are right around the 500-point mark on the year scoring. Neither team has given up 200. Tarboro is riding a 20-game win streak right now. East Duplin 10, so something's got to give in that one. Let's jump over now to the 1AA. Pender goes on the road to play Goldsboro, a Goldsboro team that is hot right now.
Absolutely. Goldsboro's fired up. But you know what? Pender, one of the more solid teams in the area. They've been that solid all year. They've been here before. This is their 5th time in the playoffs this far. They've also got Javon Powell, 9 touchdowns in his last 2 games. Their offense is clicking on the ground. They run that NASCAR offense where they come at you right out of the hurry up and just run it right at your face time and time again. Real tough team to stop Pender. And, you know, a hot team is one thing, but Pender's a team that's been there a long time, so I kind of like Pender's chances here.
Goldsboro's 3 losses on the year were to New Hanover, Eastern Wayne, and Southern Wayne. In their last 6 games, they've given up a combined 33 points. Let's see if that defense can keep up and stop that Pender offense like we talked about. Last game we're going to get to of our local teams, Northampton West at Wallace Rose Hill, a 6-6 Northampton team. On paper, this looks to favor Wallace Rose Hill.
It does look to favor Wallace Rose Hill on paper. Wallace Rose Hill has been incredibly dominant. They're undefeated again. You know, no one's even touched them. But you know that Northhampton West team is on a 5-game winning streak. You know, they have come out of nowhere and have really found their stride late in the season. Doesn't look that great. That whole half that bracket didn't look that great on paper, but this team's hot, and if they're hot, you know, it's a potential trap game for a Wallace Rose Hill looking into that state finals. And you see as 500 team, you know, watch out.
It's a team that's been winning with defense. In their last 3 wins of their 5-game winning streak, they've put up 14, 14, and 22 points. So they're not going to go over and put up 60, but their defense has been stopping teams just enough to get those wins. Let's recap for you real quick on the schedule. In the 2A, East Bladen at Carborough, 2 10-3 teams going at it there. 2 versus 1 with Tarboro at East Duplin. Over to the 1A, Pender at Goldsboro, and then Northampton West at Wallace Rose Hill. So be sure to check all those out. We're going to get to a couple of those games, have some highlights for you on Friday night. I know the Wallace Rose Hill and the East Duplin ones are 2 that we have on our radar, so come back and get those highlights from us on Friday. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/StarNewsVarsity. You're already on StarNewsVarsity.com, so keep looking around at all the standing stats, all the good stuff that we have. Powell's been writing a whole bunch this week, so read it all. I know I have been, and as long as you're here, keep checking it out, guys.
And happy Thanksgiving.